hesitated on posting about the flash sale because of the news, in light of the news yesterday. I'm willing to bet many of you have. Or if you have posted about it, you haven't posted about it nearly as much as you normally would. Because it almost feels wrong to post that right now, correct? But I'm going to tell you it's not wrong if you do it the right way. If you have a VIP group, that's where you should primarily be posting it right now. Those people signed up for Scentsy. Okay, they signed up for your big purple party wagon. Okay, that's where you should be posting that right now. It's not wrong to post it if you're also acknowledging what's going on in the world. Just don't be tacky about it. There's also an unspoken way to do it where you are actually being a light to someone's feed. And if you're not sitting here and you're not being grunge-worthy, cringe-worthy, pushy with your sales, there's a time and a place. A marketing campaign is a time and a place. I can tell you all of the stores that I usually get emails from still sent me emails today. They did, because there's still a business to run, and people understand that. But they understand it more if they can see your heart in what you do, if they can see you in your social media, if you're authentically you every time you post. I'll be honest with you, friends, I hesitated on whether or not to even post about yesterday's tragedy. And this is something that I talk about often when I talk about social media, is the risk that you need to be willing to take when you're posting about hot button topics. If you are going to post about anything political or anything that is like a really, really charged topic, you better be willing to die on that hill. Okay, that's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to tell you to do it or not to do it, but I'm going to tell you that you will inevitably lose customers and followers no matter what you post, because there's always going to be somebody on the other end of the spectrum, somebody that doesn't believe what you believe. So I personally would recommend that you save those topics and those posts for things that you are truly passionate about. Okay. But back to posting regularly on your social media and what you should be posting. You should be posting a window to your life, a window to your life. I listened to Melissa Gratz one time say, and if I'm quoting her wrong, I apologize. I'm a huge Melissa fan. If you don't follow Melissa, you should. If you don't watch her trainings, you should. I'm a huge Melissa fan. And I remember one time that she talked about social media as being a theater. And as a theater nerd here myself, I can tell you that when you step onto a stage to perform in the theater, you can't see past the first or second row. Okay? You cannot see past the first or second row. The theater lights are so blinding that that's as far as you can see. You may have 2,000 people in your theater to see your show, but all you're going to see is that row or the row and the one behind it in front of you. You have no idea who's watching, how many people are watching, if they're asleep, if they're fully engaged. You have no idea. And if you think about your social media that way, and you think about every time that you get up to post that you're stepping on a stage, you've got to put on your best show ever. And in my opinion, your best show is being your authentic self. Your best show is showing who you are, because you need to attract your people, okay? And you need to find your thing. And Scentsy should fit naturally into that. You should not be posting every day, buy 5, get 1 free, 30% off flyer, 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 flyer. No, friends, it's not going to get you likes, comments, followers. And at the end of the day, you're not really after the likes, comments, and follows. Those are your social media calls to action, right? That's the engagement to get more people to see what you're doing, but it is not the be all end all of what you're doing. Okay? You are looking for people that can ultimately see themselves in what you're doing. So somebody brought up my dispenser earlier in this live in the comments, and they brought up, thank you for my dispenser tip. And what that person's talking about, I think it was Valerie, that was that I had shared, I have a soap dispenser that's like an organizer next to my kitchen sink, and one side is for hand soap, one side is for kitchen soap, and the other side, just holds like a little sponge. And it's super clean lines, and it's totally my aesthetic, and it's it makes my kitchen neat and tidy. I showed that I was doing that. I showed that I was organizing my kitchen. Was I filling that bad boy up with Scentsy dish soap and Scentsy hand soap? Absolutely I was. But the point of the video wasn't to advertise Scentsy. It wasn't to sell Scentsy. The point of the video was to engage an audience a little bit more into who I am, what's going on in my house, what I'm doing next. And yes, Scentsy was a part of that. Because what they then see is that even when I'm not selling Scentsy, that I believe in it enough to have it in my house, right? There are so many ways and so many things that fit this type of category that I do regularly. And I don't want to give too much of it away because this is also very similar to my SFR talk. So when I was preparing SFR and preparing for tonight, I had to think about how I was going to make them different, right? Because I want y'all to come and see me in SFR. Or to watch the video if you're registered for virtual. But it all comes down to this, friends. It comes down to you wouldn't have to really worry about what you're posting or trying to figure out what to post every day if it was a natural thing. I often say that I do what everybody else does in life. Like I'm living my life. I just happen to grab my phone and snap a picture or record it and put it on social media. People want to get to know you, right? And they want to know that there's a real person behind the person, selling them things. You don't want to be another ad on Facebook or Instagram. Every so many posts as you scroll is an ad. And people get tired of seeing that. They want to see you. They want to see your family. They want to see your home. They want to see the things that you love and that you're passionate about. That's what's important to your audience. That's what's a value add to your audience. And ultimately is what's going to brighten their day. If all you post ever are sales ads or heavy politically charged things, you're going to lose your audience pretty quick. You don't want to lose your audience. It's important also that no matter what platform you're using, and if you're using multiple platforms like all of us do, that you're the same person on every platform, that people get to understand and know what to expect from you. If you think about social media as your storefront, right? Like I work a full-time job. So I am mostly working my business on social media. It's quick, but I'm intentional about it. I'm not just like, oh, let me get a post up because I need to get a post up, right? No, I want to share tips and tricks with people. This is what the value add is. The value add is one, being a bright spot in their day. That cannot be underestimated right now. Posting something pretty, something happy, something engaging, that's a value add to people's day right now. How many of you scroll social media? I'm a TikToker in this category. How many of you scroll social media to unwind at the end of the day? Right? How many of you do that? Or when you just have 5 minutes and you're going to relax? I'll be going in that TikTok and I'll be just watching people. And your feed is what you're drawn to, what you watch longest, all of those things. That's what gets you. And TikTok, at least, that's how the algorithm works. The longer you stay scrolled on that video, the more of those you get, right? So I watch a lot of like the organizing ones, the ones with like the click, 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 click. I love those. The restocking, the organizing. That's how I unwind. So when I think about what I offer to my viewers or my audience, if you will, I offer things that I enjoy. I offer home tips. This is how I style something. This is how you can change a wax. If we're going back to Scentsy specific, how you can change a wax, how you can clean your dishes. Do you know that you're going to get the best scent throw from a fresh bulb? If you haven't changed your bulb in a long time, I know they last a long time, but you probably should be changing them every 6 months or so. That's how you're going to get the best scent throw. I share things like that. I share things about my kids and what they're going through. At the end of the day, we don't get to decide what's value add to other people, but I guarantee if I asked you all who follow me on social media to name something about me that's not Scentsy related, you'd all give me a bunch of different answers because I do share other things. Your polls cannot all be Scentsy. And if you're never posting about Scentsy, also a problem. Because if you are not opening your mouth on social media, if you are not engaging in all of these ways that Rihanna has taken you through this month, and you are not up there showing all of this, people will forget. It is not your customer's job. It is not your audience's job to remember you. It is your job to be top of mind. It is your job to be in front of them so that they remember. And you do that in ways that make them want to keep following you. If you are just spamming people with buy this and here's my link, they're gonna unfollow you. And then your business is as good as dead. If they unfollow you, your business is as good as dead. And by the way, let me tell you something. I would love for you guys to go onto my page and tell me the last time you see my link shared. You won't find it. I don't share my link other than very, very, very rarely. You'll see the income disclosure statement a lot because I share a lot of lifestyle things. I share a lot of things about what Scentsy does for me. But I don't share that link. Why? Because I want the engagement. I want the relationship. My business, your business is not just a let me click and go by. Your business is a networking business. It is a relationship business. It is a get to know me, let me get to know you, let me service you, even if that means I have to ship your order to you. I'm not just going to give you a link unless you ask for it because you want to look. But I'm always going to encourage you to give me your order so that I can ship it to you, so that I can bundle and save it for you, so that I can make sure that you're getting the best possible deal. If you haven't purchased from me lately, you better believe I'm doing it through my workstation so I can add a catalog for you. Those are the things that matter. That's what you do. You're in a business. You're not I'm an Amazon and I'm going to post a link and you just go and shop. That is not what you do. You are a salesperson. But selling is icky. So you need to be a share person. You need to share on social media. You need to share windows of your life, piece by piece. And you need to do it in a way that's authentic to you and find ways to incorporate Scentsy into the things that matter to you. Right? Like that's how it's going to work. If you're busy, with your kiddos at sports all summer long, right? You're running to this sport, this sport, this sport. You better be talking about your Scentsy Go in your car. You better be talking about scent packs and Scentsy Fresh that you keep in your car because them gym bags are stinky. You better be prepared to talk about Scentsy Fresh and keeping your car in tow, right? All the ways that you could share it. It fits naturally then. It doesn't feel like you're just pushing a sale today, or you're just pushing a buy 5, get 1 free, or you're sharing a flyer that's not authentic to you. It doesn't. It is, I truly love this product, and that is why I sell it. I don't love it because I sell it. I sell it because I love it, right? Like, let's bring that saying back. More so, let's actually show that saying in action, right? Like, that is what matters. And that's just it, is that you're going to relate to other people. People are going to see that and be like, oh yeah, you know what? That gym bag does smell stinky. I need that. And they're going to be engaged with you that way because they're falling into what you're saying. And then the other thing that is super important when you're thinking about social media and how you share is how often you're sharing, right? I already said a little bit, you've got to balance out how you're sharing. If you got a lot to say, do a live real quick or go on your stories and do that. Facebook, Instagram, they love video content. Reels, it all works that way. Videos are going to get you boosted higher into algorithms. So it doesn't matter if it's a live or your stories, that people are staying on longer. That's what matters. So work your algorithms. The other thing is learn about this stuff. Pick up some books, look up YouTube videos, learn about how this stuff works so that you can maximize your potential on it. And it's important to be consistent on your social media. I'm going to tell you something that happened to me this week. I got my second recruit for the month, someone that I didn't know on social media. Both times the people found me through socials. Okay. Neither one of them are even anywhere near me. One is in Texas and one is in San Diego, California. Nowhere near me. But they found me through social media. The one beautiful lady had messaged me and started asking me questions about Scentsy. And I answered her right away. By the way, are you guys checking your messages? Are you checking your requests? Are you checking your spam? Okay. So she messaged me and she said she had questions about Scentsy. So I answered her questions promptly. And she joined my team. And when I asked her how she found me, she said she was searching social media. She was searching Facebook for Scentsy consultants. And I was one of the ones that popped up. She had reached out to other people. They didn't respond to her quickly. They went for the sale right away. They didn't make it personal. They didn't talk to her. They didn't care anything about her. They just went for the, here's my link, join. But two things to learn here is one, how we connect with people is important, right? That relationship to find out a little bit about them, all of that. But the second thing is that do you think she would have found me if it wasn't something that I talk about all the time? If I don't use the word Scentsy all the time, if I'm not using Scentsy hashtags, like I got all the hashtags going lately. And what happened? Recently, two people reached out to me. The second gal reached out to me after she had found me on Instagram because she found me on YouTube first. She was doing research on Scentsy because she was looking to join. She found my videos and then found me on Instagram. Social media works if you know how to work it. But you have to be a light in people's day. You have to be a value add, even if that's just to make someone smile, even if that's just to lift somebody up. No matter what kind of value you add, whether it's a tip or trick or just to be a positive ray of sunshine in somebody's day, it's important. But be authentically you. Like if you're a little rough around the edges and all of a sudden you start posting rays of sunshine, people are going to catch on. That's not you. Okay. And then be consistent, right? Like if you think about this as your job, like this is my job. This is how I run my job. I'm not allowed to have a storefront. I don't have one, right? I work full time, so I am not in people's faces out and about. Like, yes, I work outside of the home, but I see the same like 15 people every day at my job. I'm not out there with the public where I can meet new people all the time. So how I meet new people is through social media. One more little tip here. If you are not on both Facebook and Instagram, you need to get on that game and get on it quick. My business has changed just by being intentional this month. Just by being intentional this month, I've increased followers and I got 2 new recruits because of it. and I know the sales will follow. So here's what I want you to think about. I want you to know that Facebook is for people that you know. Those are for the established relationships. Those are for the relationships that you're going to continue to grow. Facebook is not a place, and Scentsy is not a company where we go into people's DMs and say, will you do a post for me? You can win $2,500 in your Cash App. Like, that is not what we do at Scentsy. We are a relationship building company, and that's what we focus on. Facebook is for the people that you know. Those are for the relationships that you're building. Instagram is to attract followers of people you don't know. And the easiest way to do that is by making sure that your account is public, making sure that you're using hashtags, that you're putting your location in, right? It's a lot easier to change your parameters of who's seeing your stuff and everything over on Facebook. So if you want to share more like family oriented stuff, do that over on Facebook. On the gram, if you're not comfortable with that, keep that more for your business. Share a little bit, but make sure you're using those hashtags to your advantage. And I do more than just Scentsy Snapshot. So if I snap a picture of like warmers set up in my home, right? Warmers and wax, I'm changing my wax. I will do like the Scentsy hashtags, of course, but I'm also going to do hashtags like bars, not jars, hashtag, home fragrance, hashtag fragrance lover, hashtag, it smells good in here, hashtag candle lover, hashtag candles of Instagram. Now, yeah, we're not a traditional candle, but we are a wickless candle. Same concept, fragrance and wax. It's just without a flame. So maybe by using those hashtags, I will attract some of those people and convert them. There's a strategy behind it. It's not about, let me get a sale today. Let me post this flyer so I can get $200 in sales today. Y'all be patient. Work it every day. You need to show up to your social media every day. Every day. Because it's your job. Just like you couldn't just skip out on work today because you didn't feel like it. Right? Angela's saying we need a list of those hashtags. Girl, follow me on the gram. You'll see them. Right? Like that is the other thing. Follow people that are doing the right thing. Because I was not doing the right thing for a long time in my social media, and it was crickets. No one was watching what I was doing. No one was engaging. No one cared. Final thing I'm going to say about this, and then I'm going to let you go because we're 27 minutes into it, is another real life story. I went to the chiropractor today. My chiropractor is somebody that I went to college with. Okay, so I have not seen him in 16 years. I just dated myself. Haven't seen him in 16 years. And I walked into his office. We're Facebook friends, but we don't really engage with each other. So I went to his office today and we were talking. And as he was talking to me, he kept bringing stuff up. He kept saying like, oh, something about my pantry being super organized. Or he asked me if I drink coffee. And I was like, yeah, I drink coffee. And he's like, you just don't want my coffee. It's just not good enough. And he's like, oh yeah, you drink coffee. He's like, you have a whole coffee bar in your house. And I started to listen. He's like, you've been on a few Scentsy trips, huh? And I watch your lives and I do this stuff. And it made me stop for a second because it's not like he just went onto my Instagram or onto my Facebook and looked at recent stuff to find that. It's not like he's like, oh, I see her in my appointment calendar, so I'm going to go and like figure out what our kids' names are so I sound personable. He had like history. So my point is that people will follow you for a long time. People are watching. Whether or not they make a sale today, they are watching. So you need to be consistent. You need to be conscious and deliberate about what you post on social media. Because people are watching and you want to keep them watching. Once you get their attention, you want to keep it. So, whatever you have to do to overhaul your social media if it needs it, do that. It's worth the time. For the longest time, I was like, I am not getting on Instagram. Like, I don't understand it. It's just too much for me. I feel like it's just repetition. And then I figured out, like, girl, what's wrong with you? You can do a dual post. Like, you can be posting in your Facebook stories and posting your Instagram stories at the same time. Same thing with your posts. Like, you can flip that on to post on Instagram and vice versa. So it's not even like you're doing double work. You're literally not doing double work. You're literally just working smarter, not harder. And ultimately, that's what social media is. It is the future of working smarter, not harder. You're going to meet so many more people through this than you're going to meet in your day-to-day life. You still need to do that too. This is not me telling you not to do that. You still need to do that too. But if you really want to grow and you want to grow big and you want to grow fast, social media is the way to do it. And when I use the word fast, I mean it in a general sense. I don't mean that it's going to be overnight success. Please stop glorifying that because it's not reality. But you will meet so much more people that way. So, that was a lot. That was a lot. And it was unscripted and I was coming at you guys raw because honestly, I thought that this talk needed to be as authentic as my pages are. And if there's one thing I'm passionate about, it's about making social media a happy, light place. And I know that there are times like today, like yesterday, where there's going to be a strong pull in the other direction because that's life and that's our world right now. But I want you to remember that while people might not be watching you today for sales, they're watching you for opportunity. They're watching you for booking parties. So if you're not talking right now about the rewards that you can get, like, you're making a mistake. Show your rewards, right? Like, black out the name, and because y'all should have a party open every month, right? Show your rewards and say, like, look at how many rewards you can earn with a party. Show a screenshot of that. A big order comes in because you're closing out a party, you got rewards and stuff. Show those. You don't have to say these are yours, or you can hashtag consultant, or consultant perks. You can do that too. But read the room, and the room is the world. Read the room. The room needs opportunity, it needs free, and it needs joy. That's what the room needs right now. Worry about that before you worry about a sale. They're going to come too. But be patient with that, my friends, and worry about the things that you can bring value to today.